Namaskar. Do you want to know that how to manage your raw and unorganized data into a neat and structured way? So today we are going to explore a new method of creating a data frame, that is list of dictionaries, and we'll also discuss some powerful variations to manipulate your data. So let's start with it. In the world of data science, organizing data is everything. And when we talk about the list of dictionaries, just think of them as a mini data sets. That means each dictionary plays an important role. And we know that dictionary holds the data in the form of keys and value pairs, right? So when we talk about a large data sets, that means it is holding the mini data sets together and converting it into a bigger picture. And what is important in this way? The important part is, and the interesting part about dictionary is that it provides the more structured way of organizing the data, and it is easily getting converted into Pandas DataFrame. So when we talk about, let's take an example. Okay, we are going to store the data of a person wherein we are going to enter the name, city, and age. Okay, and I have to maintain this record for 5 people. So when I take the record of one person, I will take the name, age, and city in the form of a dictionary that is considered as one mini data set. And similarly, I'll be preparing the record for rest of the 4 people too. And when I'll combine these all together, that will create one list of dictionaries. And that I'm going to show you practically that how all the dictionaries are merged together and they are converted into one data frame. Let's start with the practical implementation. So the very first statement always is import pandas. And now I'm going to create the mini data set first. That means D1 is equal to, I'm including the details of one person. That means the name. Then we have age. Then we have the city where a person lives in. And this is my one dictionary, right? Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to convert it first. So what will I do? df1 is equal to, I'll write pandas dot data frame and d1. I'm passing d1 here and I'm printing dfr, right? So I've passed my d1 as one single list. So let it convert it. Okay. So this is my one data set. Okay, the index is mentioned as 0, ABC, 25 and Jaipur. Now likewise, create 3 data sets. That means 2 more. Okay, so let me quickly convert it. D3 and this is D3, this is D2 and this is D2 and here also D2, and let me change the data as well. This is PQR and this is MNO, this is 27, this is 23, and let me change only one city as Delhi. Okay, and I'm going to print df2, then I'll be printing df3, right? So I'm printing all df separately, right? Now please observe over here that my name, age and city are the headings, are the separate headings in each data frame. Okay, but if I convert it into one list of dictionaries, what will happen? The separate headings will be merged together and will appear on the top of my data frame. So that is the beauty of list of dictionaries. So how to do it? We are going to convert it into one single data frame. And how to do it? Let me show you. I'm taking one, list1 is equal to D1, then D2, and then D3, enclosed within the square bracket. That means I have enclosed all the dictionaries together into one list. I have nested, right? Now, instead of converting one single list, I'm converting a whole list into the data frame. And what is my output? Since this is D3, so I'm changing my printing also. This is D3, and then run it. Here is my result. Okay, so name, age and city, जो मेरा पहले सेपरेट हेडिंग था हर डेटा फ्रेम में, वो कॉमन बन चुका है, right? And my indexes are 0, 1, 2 by default. I can change my indexes also here. Let me show you. If I want to assign the index as P1, P2, and P3, I can do that, right? So let me show it to you. I'm sorry, I guess there is some problem. It's P2 and P3, right? Here are the indexes P1, P2, and P3. They have appeared in the place of indexes 0, 1, 2. Okay, so this is how we create the data set. And this is much easier to convert a dictionary into a data frame. So we have learned today that how to convert the list of dictionaries into the form of data frame. Now let me talk about some variation. Like the variation is if I skip the city Delhi from my second dictionary, then what will happen? Let's check it out. Now just check. The city, because it was not mentioned in my dictionary, so it is filled with nan. So the data frame's beauty is that we can find easily the missing value in the form of not a number. Okay, so values wherever they are missing will be filled with nan automatically, right? And I told you in my previous videos as well that how to handle the missing value. So what can we do here? We can fill it with, sorry, forward fill method is also there, right? And we can write here in place is equal to true, right? Forward fill. So let's check it. How is it impacting my output? So my forward fill is filled with Jaipur. Okay, let me change the city so that I can show you the backward fill. So let me change it with B fill. And we can have Pune and Pune because backward it will accept the next value and will be filling it with that, right? Or we can have the fill method also fill NA, right? So we can directly give any value, particular value. So wherever the nan is there, it will be filled. So this is how we handle the nan values in our data. Another variation is that if I add here the gender, right? Let me take one more column, gender as male, right? And this gender column, gender element is missing in rest of my dictionary. Then what will happen? Let's check it out. It is there, right? So gender column male is written over here, and then these are filled with nan, right? Now we can handle it with the forward fill because backward fill will not work over here, right? Backward fill के case में it will not be working, so we can have the forward fill. So now rest of the values are also filled with male. Okay, so this is how we handle the nan values, and this is how we maintain the list of dictionaries and convert it into the data frame. So we have learned today some variations also. And one more thing I want to tell you over here that we can have the dictionary of dictionaries as well. Nesting of dictionaries, which I talked about. So I'll write here info and I will convert it into a dictionary. Right, so let me convert in all. and here. Okay, so that means name is my key, MNO is my value, and here info is my key, and this complete dictionary is behaving like a value, right? So let me just work upon it and let me mark it as a comment. Um, let's wait for it. So here is my dictionary, right? So the complete dictionary is placed in place of my value under the heading info. This is my column name, right? So this was the last variation I had to talk about, and we are done with the list of dictionaries today. I hope you have understood the concept. Now, I would request you to kindly practice for the same. And you can imagine different data structures like your student details, the mark structures, that in how many subjects you got different marks, right? So take the examples yourself and try the data structure yourself at home. And if you face any problem, then you can comment in the comment section. You can write to me onto my email ID if any query is there. So thank you so much. Namaskar.